feeling a shift in the atmosphere right now. Things are starting to change in my life for the positive. This breakthrough that I've talked a lot about, it feels like it's happening. Things are starting to work. Happy Friday, y'all. I'm here at the City Fam offices, just kind of wrapping up my day, and wanted to make a vlog before I head out so I could stay consistent, continuing to document the journey. So this will probably be a fairly short one, but I want to talk a little bit about what's been happening in my world, and just coming off of something called Innovation Works Boost program. So I've talked a little bit about it. What's up, Ryan? What's up, DJ? So City Fam was selected as one of the social enterprises in Baltimore to go through the inaugural Innovation Works Boost program. And it's basically like, they were the first, Baltimore was the first city nationally in America that launched this thing that by the Miller Center, which they go around the world and they help people that are trying to bring positive change to like third world countries and stuff. So they decided to do it here in America, and Baltimore was the first place that they're doing it. And we were accepted to be one of the social enterprises. There was like 20 of us, like maybe 25 of us out of like 50 some people that applied. So they got a bunch of smart people. Some of them have deep pockets, but they just really care about Baltimore and are trying to bring change. What's up, Kimmy? So we were there for 3 days, Jenny and I. It was like, from early till late, not too late, it was like 5 o'clock. But we were there and it was just very intense. They teach you a lot. And I just really realized how little I know about all this stuff. And it really helps you get your messaging down and your elevator pitch and quantify impact. So a conversation that I had with the team shortly before this was, hey, look, I've met with a lot of important people over the last few years, people in the government, governor's office, people with the mayor's office, actually the now mayor, Jack Young. I met with him for an hour. And they liked it. They were like, wow, sounds awesome. But I didn't give them something that they needed. And I said that. I'm like, look, we need to say, hey, look, these are the problems that Baltimore has right now. Here's the solution that City Fam offers. Here's how much money we need. Here's what we're going to do with the money. And here's the impact it's going to have on those problems. So I was already having those thoughts before I went to Innovation Works, and that was basically exactly what they said. They're like, if you want money, you got to be real clear in your messaging, and you got to know the impact that you're having. So again, when I look at the problems, not only in Baltimore, but just in Maryland even, like specifically though, with the opioid epidemic and the crime, like they don't know what to do to fix the problem. And the problem is that a lot of those kids are bored and they don't have nothing to do. And they probably don't have, people around them necessarily the best influences all the time. Maybe they don't have a great support system, people that they would let down if they messed up. So City Fam can provide those things. It can give them fun things to do, because it kind of crowdsources the solution to the problem. It's not like, oh, hey, Baltimore City's gonna put on these boxing matches, or, we're gonna have this festival once a year. It's like, no, we're gonna empower everyone to create events. And we're gonna create this culture that pulls people up through social and service events. So we're getting closer to getting the messaging right. And once we do, I'm gonna start knocking on doors again. I'm gonna start meeting with people, and we're gonna get some money, and we're gonna make this thing go. Faster than we have gone, and it's exciting because we're getting closer, and now we're tapping into the networks that we need to be on. I mean, we were in a room with some really cool nonprofits that are doing some really amazing stuff in the city, and now people are starting to see City Fam for what it really is, not as just the social group, which is so frustrating over the years because that's how people look at us. It's all that social group. No, we're the answer. We're bringing change. We just do it really different. So it was cool. It was exciting, and we're going to work a lot with the mentors there and really flesh this thing out. And hopefully, if we could get a grant for $100,000, or some of these people were asking for millions of dollars because there's people out there that care and they have the money that want to do stuff. But it would just change everything about the organization. We would be able to have full-time employees instead of volunteers that are doing everything they can with the little time that they have. So it's exciting. I'm launching a course this Sunday called How Waiting Works. And I'm excited about it. It's something that I've been working on for several weeks, a couple months actually, with a coach of mine. And it basically is helping people that are, waiting, going through this season of their life, and how to maximize that time and really become the best version of yourself so you can attract the highest quality mate and faster, I believe, at least. Because I do believe that God will take you through a season because he's trying to do something in your life. He's trying to, either change you into the kind of person that you need to be or accomplish something through you. And the sooner you can do that, the faster you'll make it to your person, I believe, which is very motivating, honestly, to become a better person and to, have impact. But I've learned a lot through my own personal journey of waiting, of just figuring out what I really wanted, what I wanted most in life, and maximizing my time and, getting my morning routine on point, and just really taking that energy to become the best version of myself. So I'm excited to kind of teach that to people, because I see a lot of people that are waiting and they're literally just waiting. They're just sitting around on their ass, not doing anything, expecting, God to drop somebody in their lap that will fix them. Not everybody's like that, obviously, but I do see a lot of that. And it's like, no, that season that you're going through needs to be, it can be the most productive season of your life, because you can just be selfish and just work on yourself and your vision with that time. And things are going to change, obviously, when somebody else comes in the picture, and you're not going to have all that free time. So it's really about being very intentional with it. And I'm excited to share that. So it launches this Sunday. Actually, the course closes in about 30 minutes. So if anybody out there wants to do it, we're doing a beta course. Starts Sunday night. It's $97. Won't be that low again. You can message me. I'll give you more information about it. But really just feeling a shift in the atmosphere right now. Things are starting to change in my life for the positive. This breakthrough that I've talked a lot about, it feels like it's happening. Things are starting to work. I don't know how else to describe it, but a lot of things are starting to work, and I can feel myself, it's not as hard. Life isn't as hard, I don't feel as heavy. I got a new car yesterday, not a new car, but a 2005 used car, but it's a lot nicer than the car that I had been driving. My mom actually lent me some money to get it. But I got a 2005 Nissan Murano. It's got air conditioning, which is awesome because I've been driving a car without air conditioning. I got a concert series coming up. I still can't tell you the venue yet, but we'll share it as soon as the agreement is signed. And it's just there's a shift, and it's good. It's something I've waited a long time for. I haven't fully achieved the breakthrough yet. For me, that means a little bit more financial stability and, finding that right person, or bringing that right person being brought into my life. So I'm not quite there yet, but definitely things are changing for the better, and it feels good. Like I said, my finances are starting to improve. I'm not literally trying to figure out how I'm going to make it to, the next month. I'm going to be able to eat, which is nice because it severely limits your options when you don't have money. Not only are you not having sex, you can't even go out to dinner with your friends because you're broke. That's hard. And honestly, that's where I was at for a long time, because I just wasn't willing to trade my time for money. I had such a clear vision of what I believed God wanted me to do and what my purpose was, that I was I just wanted to work on it. And I was I'll scrap and scratch and scrape and do whatever I can to survive while I chase this vision, because I know that when I get there to this thing that's in my mind, I'll be happy. I'll be fulfilled, not happy, but I'll be fulfilled. I will be happy too. But I was I don't want to work on anything but that. So I'd rather be poor while I grind. And that's what I did. And like I said, I'm still not out of the woods yet, but things are improving. And it's cool because when you step into that place of purpose where you actually are now doing what you love and you're getting paid for it, that's a pretty good place to be. I've actually never been in that place. I've always, like honestly, I did like promoting when I first started. I really did like it. It was a passion of mine. It turned into something that I ended up hating because it was so destructive. But I did like it in the beginning. And but anyway, I say that to say like that's where I'm stepping into this place of deep fulfillment where I'm doing what I love. I'm starting to get paid to do what I love. I'm going to Romania at the end of July to speak at some schools over there with the pro-life movement. I'm going to be speaking at this thing called the Save Single Summit in Wilmington, Delaware on August 10th. I'm actually going back to Romania for the whole month of October. They're paying me to come, putting me up, flying me over, taking care of all my expenses and paying me. And it's like, it's pretty good. It's pretty cool. And I do feel like, more these opportunities are going to increase as I get the book out there. So I'm starting to work with a coach, and he's helping me sell the book, which I really, I've sold probably about, like I said, 800, maybe 850 copies up until now. So as the book sells, thanks, Andrew, appreciate it, man. As the book sells, it's going to create more opportunities, I believe, for speaking engagements. It's going to create opportunities for city fams to start, because if you haven't read the book, I'm actually going to be giving the book away. So if you're watching this, don't even bother buying it, because soon the book's going to be free. I'm just going to give the ebook away, because for me, it's a win on a lot of different levels. One, it explains the concept, because again, there was a time in my life where I didn't understand waiting at all. It just did not make sense to me. So it explains it. It breaks it down very practically. The second thing it does is shares the gospel. Jesus changed my life, and I want to tell as many people about him as possible. So it shares the gospel, which is a huge win. Third, it tells the story of City Fam and why, if you're going to do this, why you need this, because you can't wait alone, man. Like, you need community. You need real friends if you're going to make this journey. So it really promotes City Fam, which is my heart. And then it gives me an opportunity to retouch that person again, and maybe they'll buy a course, maybe they'll buy the small group curriculum, maybe they'll something. So I'm just going to give the book away soon. So I'm really pumped about that. And like I said, I'm working with a coach that's helping me figure all that out. So that's really it. That's what's going on in my life. Trying to think if there's anything else. Next event is a Renegade at Bo Brooks. We're at the Tiki Bar, I think July 6th. How you doing, Sandra? Sandy Pasco. We'll be there from 7 to 10, and then our service event is end of July. We're at a school. We're fixing up a school. I don't know all the details, but it will be on the City Fam website. I'll read that book. I'll check it out, Andrew. That's it for now. So plug in, guys. We're out doing things in the community, socializing, serving, and we are a more the merrier group. So we'd love to have you guys jump on. That's it. See you.